Hey guys, I just wanted to give a quick little explanation on calendar video. I know we went over it in class, but I had several people ask me about alternate methods of doing this. Yes, absolutely, there are ways of doing this. This was just to illustrate the switch statements. So if we look right here, I've got my scanner, I've got my import, and I've got my two prompts up here. And my first one is just the month. So I'm reading in the integer that they typed in for the month, and that's going to print out the corresponding text of the month. 1 January, 2 February, and so forth. And you can see these all follow the same pattern. Notice that there's a break after each one because I only want to print 1 month each time. And then in case they entered something invalid, I've got a default case that just says error. Okay. Now, the way we looked at it in class was then we had to get specific with our calendar. Now, we didn't add any kind of check to make sure that, they didn't enter a number greater than the day. Yes, you could add that with some if tests. We didn't do anything to prevent them from having an error, like we didn't kill the code immediately, but those could be added as well. This was just basics. So we take whatever day they typed in. If it's the 2nd or the 22nd, it prints the suffix ND or the postfix or whatever we call it. Here's our cases to print the ST and so forth. Now, one of the big questions I had was people coming to me saying, well, what if we combine them? And yes, absolutely. All of these structures we talk about do work independently. You can mesh them together and make sure that they work in cohort. So look right here. Same exact code, start off the same, didn't do anything different for the months. But when I come down to the days, first thing I do is I grab my exceptions, okay? So we know that the 11th, the 12th, and the 13th don't follow our normal patterns of ST, ND, and RD. So I take care of those with an if statement first. Then, nested inside an else statement, then I have a switch. But I took it a step further. Instead of doing every single case we know, I used our little trick to grab the ones position of the date, and then I print it out like so. So this is an example of using a switch and an if together. Okay, all of the things that we are going to learn this year can absolutely be combined with one another. Sometimes it's very easy, sometimes it's a little more difficult, and you have to take some precautions. But that's part of the challenge of coding. Hope that's a decent video, and y'all have a good one.